Hello champions, how are you doing? Well, today's video is all about marketing. A few of you guys wrote to me, can I have a simple marketing plan? So here is the video. In this video, I'm going to be covering something written by Allan Dib. It's a book called One Page Marketing Plan. So if you want to know how you can go about creating your marketing plan in just one page, this is the video for you. Welcome back champions, my name is Hardik and I make videos to help your business grow. If you think what I say makes sense and if you feel a conversation with me one-on-one can help you troubleshoot some of your business challenges, then all you got to do is go on to my website, scroll a little down, select the relevant areas you need help on, answer a few very basic questions, and there you should be able to book a one-on-one free one-time consultation call with me. So let's jump into the marketing plan, a one-page marketing plan. So very quickly, let me give you an understanding of what it will look like. So the marketing plan has three sections. One, the first section is about luring a prospect to enter into your system, to enter into your funnel. So that's the first stage. The second stage is once the person has entered into your funnel, is talking to you and is considering your service or your product. That's the second stage. The third stage is after the prospect has changed roles and now the prospect is your customer. That's the third stage of the marketing plan. Now, each of these stages are further divided into three different steps. And that makes the whole one-page marketing plan a 9-step model. So the first stage, which is before the person gets into your system and you start talking with him, discussing about the proposal and the service or product that he wants to take. So the first step in the first plan is to define your customer segment. I think there are numerous videos and numerous times that I've mentioned on my YouTube channel that you must have a specific customer segment. So write down what is the kind of person or a company that you really want to sell. When I say writing this down, it typically means write down the age, location, geography, a situation that the person is in and a need that the person is trying to solve. If you can articulate this in your plan, that's your customer segment. An ideal customer, simply describe it. The second step in the first section is what is the message that you want to give to them so that they end up buying your product and your service. This message is nothing but your marketing copy. If you're doing social media ads, what's the text going to be on that? If you're doing leaflet, what is the text going to be on that? If somebody is going to your prospect and trying to sell it, what is he going to say? How is he going to position your product? If the customer or prospect is coming to your showroom, what do you want the sales guy to actually say? That's your copy. Typically, it goes in this fashion and you may have your own version. But my version is, hey, Mr. Customer, if you are facing this situation, then this is the pain or feeling that you have and this is what you need to be at. And my solution provides you just that. If you can frame this in a sentence and then fill in the blanks, you get your message. The third section of the first side, or should I say the first group, is the medium through which you are going to give this message. So medium could be in today's day and age, lots of them, right? You could do a leaflet, you could do a phone call, you could meet the person could come and meet you, you could do social media. On social media, you could do an image, you could do an audio, you could do a video. So all of these are the mediums through which you will reach your prospect. Figure out which are the mediums you are going to put the maximum power on, the maximum money on. And remember, my friend, put the money where the mouth is, where you get the maximum benefit from. And that sums up the first section. What is it that you do to lure prospects to you? So write out all these three sections and go into the second one. So the first part of the second section is what is going to be your lead capturing system, which means that assume somebody likes the message. Not somebody, but the person you defined in your customer segment received the message from the medium that you wanted him to, and then he wants to take your service. So he's going to fill up an inquiry form, or he's going to make a phone call, or he's going to reach out to your showroom. In all of these three instances, how do you record the entry of that person trying to buy your product? So what's going to be your lead capturing system? Now, when I say lead capturing system, just don't write CRM or a software. What you really want to write is what information you want to capture, because that is the information you will use as you move forward in your marketing plan. The second point in the second, phase of the marketing plan is what is your lead nurturing system, which means assuming somebody came to your showroom, or somebody reached out to you on the phone, or you reached out to somebody, introduced your product. Now the person is in the thinking mode. He's not made the purchase yet, but he's thinking. He is about to make a purchase. He has some objections. He wants time to think. We always get this objection, right? Let me think and come back. That's the stage that a person is on. Now, during that stage, you don't leave him. You keep nurturing him. You keep giving him more and more info, which can help him make his decision. So how are you going to do that? Now, when I'm talking about this, I'm talking largely about what is the content that you are going to produce? What are the messages that you are going to produce? And therefore, how are you going to distribute it to them? So these days, you would see that in your email, you would have received 1,000 emails under the promotions tab. If you're using Gmail, all of those guys are telling you how you can know more about their product, their service, and therefore help you take that decision to buy into them. That is called lead nurturing. But all of this requires a lot of content. So plan that out. The third point, and which is very, very important in the second section, is what is your lead closure strategy? Now, when I say lead closure strategy, what do I mean? You may have things like buy this, you get this free. Buy this now and you get a certain discount. You may have buy this now and with this product you get this accessory along, or you may get servicing of that free, or you may have several other things, right, that you may want to offer to lure the customer to take a decision like right now. How would you get him to close right now? That is the strategy that you want to write it down in the third point. And with that, we end the second section of your one-page marketing plan. Now, the last section of the one-page marketing plan, and this section is something that most people very often absolutely don't do. So the last section is after the prospect has got converted into a customer, now what you do with him. Now, you may be wondering, Hardik, if the prospect has turned into a customer, why do I need to market him? Hey, hold on. The customer who's converted, the prospect who's converted into a customer, does he not have the possibility of buying more of your products? He has, right? So the marketing is still on. And I think it's a known fact that selling to an existing customer is far, far easier than fetching a new one, right? If you see my previous video, customer acquisition cost, that is far lower when you sell it to a new customer. So the marketing continues. So the first point in the third section is what is your strategy to make sure that the prospect which has turned into a customer has nothing but superlative experience with your product and service? What's your strategy? Chances are you may probably want to reach out to him, take his survey, correct his experience if it's gone bad. And if it has gone right, then you may want to put it up on steroids. Get that customer to say that yes, it's gone right. In which case, again, you'd have to reach out to him and say, hey, I hope you're enjoying my service. I hope you're enjoying my product. Is there any problem? If the customer says no, wonderful. Would you like to share your experience on Twitter, Facebook, Google reviews? All of that is getting the person to remember that he's had very good experience with your product, with your service, and also give you an opportunity to correct if things have gone wrong. So what is your strategy? What are you going to do to make sure that your customer gets nothing but superlative experience with your product and your service? Point number 2 in the third section is LTV. Now, what is LTV? It's not an acronym. I'm just trying to sound intelligent, but LTV is lifetime value, which is exactly nothing but how much is that one customer going to spend on your brand in his entire life. So what's your strategy to get existing customers to buy more from you? See, I have a gym membership, and I'm sure some of you also do have. And I was talking to my gym membership, and they extended my membership by 3 months because of the pandemic lockdown and stuff. But what I also learned is for the existing members, when they renew, there is a discounted price. Why? Because that is how the existing members who stay there. If they are going to charge us the same thing that they charge a new member coming on, chances are I may evaluate other gyms. But now they have demotivated me to do that. And that is the strategy to earn more from me. Not only that, if I'm a 2-year member or a 3-year member, I get certain other discounts on taking one-to-one coaching services from the fitness trainers. I also get certain discounts on the products that I buy, BCAA, vitamins, etc., etc. That's their strategy to get me to spend on them a lot more. Okay, what's your strategy to sell to an existing customer? You know what? One thing that you got to remember is you can't push them. You got to have a smart strategy to sell to an existing customer. You don't want to irritate your existing customer. You want to sell them a little more of what you've got. Point number 3. Now this again is a fantastic way of doing it. Okay, and I whenever I think about this, I think of one author. I'm going to let you know that. So an existing customer who has had a superlative experience and who has made a repeat purchase or has purchased your service or product twice has a very high probability of letting others know to buy your product or service. Now, what does that mean? This action of referral will not happen unless you trigger it. Now, how do you trigger it? Here is where I will quote the author. The author that I really love when it comes to referrals and stuff like that, he says beautifully, his name is Seth Godin, Sethgodin. Go pick up his book and read it. Pick up any of his book. He says that your product and your service, you got to make it in such a way, you got to offer it in such a way that it becomes remarkable. Now, what does remarkable word really mean? We think remarkable is beautiful, but remarkable means that it is worthy of making a remark on. And when a person makes it worthy of making a remark on, then I make a remark and therefore end up giving references to somebody. It's like if I buy a nice watch, I'm going to flaunt it, right? If I buy a nice house, I'm going to flaunt it. If I buy a nice car, I'm going to flaunt it. How can you trigger the thought of flaunting your product to that person's friends and family? What's your strategy to do that? That brings us to the final point of the third slab in the 1-page marketing plan. I hope this is going to trigger a lot of thoughts in your mind. Rewind this video, see all the 9 steps. Think about it. If you have doubts, if you have questions, you know the drill. Go on to my website, fill up a form, have a one-to-one conversation with me. The second thing that you could do is comment. I will try and respond. The third thing that you want to do, if you're constantly having questions, which you should, if you're an entrepreneur continuously wanting to grow, then join us in the Propel board. And I will put the link of that in the description box. You can have a free invite for one of those sessions. See how it goes. Now, since you've been here so far, I'm sure you enjoyed the video. So don't run away without smashing the like button. Share this video with your friends, colleagues, vendors, because as a business owner, I think we realize this far better than we ever did, that we live in an ecosystem. If somebody else doesn't make money, your business also somewhere down the line connects and doesn't make money. Coronavirus lessons, you remember? So share this video with everybody who can benefit out of this. Of course, if you've not subscribed to this channel, show some love. You subscribing to the channel and hitting the bell icon will not only notify you every time I put these videos, but I would really be encouraged to do more videos like this. So do go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Now, until we meet next time, keep learning, keep implementing. Don't hesitate to ask questions in the comment section or in one-to-one. But you guys keep propelling.